Yeah. All right, so next order of business, Linkin Park dropped a new song called Up From The Bottom, which turntablist Joe Hahn said might be the best. No, he didn't say might. I'm sorry. I got to quote him warmly and accurately. In his opinion, it is the best Linkin Park song they've ever made. I really hope the tables do not get turned on Joe for making such a bold statement. Bold statement. Anyway, I had a clip of him saying it because a lot of people said that when he said this, when Joe said it was their best song they've ever made, a lot of people said that, you know, he was joking when he said it. But here's the clip of him saying it from the Billboard interview, red carpet interview.
I mean, you guys have a new single dropping.
Yeah, next week on the 27th. It's a song called.
What can you tell us about it?
In my opinion, it's the best song we've ever made.
I love that everybody agreed, by the way.
I mean, they're smiling, so I guess it could be a joke. It could be, you know, it could be. But also, I think maybe he was just saying it was the best song that version of Linkin Park has made. He's not saying it's the best Linkin Park song of all time. I feel like he's saying it's just the best Linkin Park song that they've made in their current form, you know, with Emily Armstrong on vocals.
In my opinion, it's one of the best videos we've ever had.
Hey, what's going on in the music video?
Mike Shinoda says it's one of the best videos they've ever had.
So give us some teaser, man.
I mean,
a little something.
Johan can't
I can
really
tell you,
describe the
but
video.
it's not going to make sense until you watch it. But, you know, it's like a little bit mind-bending, a little, I don't know. It has to do with the song, but if you haven't heard the song yet, then you won't really get it.
But nobody knows the song yet. They know like one line of lyrics.
Right. At this point, only one line of lyrics had been teased out. Okay, here was a line of lyrics. At this point, this was the only line of lyrics they had teased out.
Sometimes it feels like
Fans believe. All right, now I allege that maybe they were recording possibly a commercial, you know, a spot for an ad read. Maybe I thought this was the full line.
sometimes it feels like
nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
That was not the case, unfortunately. They were not recording that. It turned out to be a new song, but a great song, Up From The Bottom, which is out now. And they announced that they're releasing a deluxe version of their album From Zero on May 16th. So that, you know, is going to also feature Up From The Bottom as a new song, which they wrote for this deluxe version. You know, a lot of times bands release deluxe versions of albums and it ends up being just like a bunch of B-sides. You know, songs that didn't make the cut the first time around. Like, well, here's the rest. You know, here's the crap that we didn't think was good enough to put out the first time. Here's the deluxe. But not Linkin Park. They actually wrote this song for this deluxe version. And there's going to be 2 other songs on the record as well. I don't know if those are going to be brand new songs that they wrote or they were aforementioned B-sides. I don't know. We'll find out when it comes out. But on the day that this is announced, on the day that they release the new song Up From The Bottom, they announced that they're moving their show, their Los Angeles show, from Dodger Stadium. They had a Dodger Stadium Los Angeles show with Queens of the Stone Age happening in September. They moved it to the Intuit Dome in Inglewood, California. And also, Queens of the Stone Age dropped off. They've been replaced with JPEGMAFIA. Now, Intuit Dome is dope. It's a rad venue. You know, WWE just did Monday Night Raw, the very first ever Monday Night Raw on Netflix. They did it on Intuit Dome. I mean, it's a very big venue. So let's see what the capacity is on that real quick. Intuit Dome is 18,000 people. So it's not like a small venue. But compared to the Dodger Stadium capacity is 56,000. So 56,000 versus 18,000. It's quite a big jump. It's quite a big difference. So a lot of fans are speculating that the band wasn't selling enough tickets for the stadium, which sounds shocking. I mean, it's Linkin Park. They've been selling out every date they've announced. I know it's, 56,000 stadium show is a lot to ask for, but I don't know. I don't think that's the reason. I don't know for sure, of course, but it just seems like the hype and the demand for Linkin Park is pretty high still. I would be surprised if they couldn't sell out the stadium on their own. But the fact that they moved to the Intuit Dome and then Queens of the Stone Age dropped off for maybe they didn't want to play at the Dome, or maybe it was maybe that was part of their financial decision. You know, a lot of artists and bands have been canceling tours for low ticket sales in the past year. It's become sort of a trend. You know, the Black Keys had to cancel their whole tour because they weren't selling enough tickets for the big arenas they were doing. J-Lo famously had to cancel her entire tour because she wasn't selling tickets. Gene Simmons just postponed 17 dates of his solo tour, although That has not been confirmed whether ticket sales were the reason or not, but that's what a lot of people are alleging. Again, they've been posting screenshots of the ticket sales before the dates were postponed. So I don't know. It could be a situation where Linkin Park was not selling enough tickets for a stadium and they had to move it to the Dome. People that did buy these tickets to the stadium, though, have first chance at the Intuit Dome tickets. All the tickets sold for the stadium, for the Dodgers Stadium show, have been canceled, money returned, and people who bought the stadium tickets have first crack at the Dome tickets, which does kind of suck, because you know what those queues are like. You know how hectic and just degrading Ticketmaster queues can be, how frazzled you get in those. You went through it once to get your Linkin Park tickets. Now you got to go through it again. Yeah, you got first dibs on it, but you and so do all the other thousands of people that bought the stadium tickets. And what if you don't get as good of seats that you had at the stadium? What if you had a front row stadium seats and now you have to get second row Dome seats? Oh, I'm so sorry for you. What a sad day for you as a Linkin Park fan. But let me know, are you planning on going to the Dome show with Linkin Park? And if you had tickets to the stadium show, are you pissed or do you not care?